الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, do you ever wonder if all this about Islam is true? About the Akhirah? Is this really, is there an Akhirah? Is there a Jannah? Is there a Jahannam? I haven't seen Allah. Does Allah really exist? Yes, I see this book that's called the Quran. How do I know this is from Allah? Brothers and sisters, every day, at least 17 times a day when we are making our salah, we make a dua to Allah. In Surah Al-Fatiha, we say, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Allah, guide us to the straight path. Make us motivated to be guided to the straight path. So, in response to this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent us the whole Quran. And therefore, if you take a look at the very next surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابِ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Look, here's a book, Alif Lam Mim, here is a book. There's no doubt in it as far as its authenticity and as far as its credibility. It's a guidance. We ask for guidance. Allah is saying, here's a guidance for the God-fearing. Those people who really want to know the truth, who are God-conscious. And then Allah describes, some of their attributes and says, the first thing about the people who believe, the people who want to know about Allah, is that الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. They believe in the unseen, things beyond their senses. وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ. And they establish the salah. And وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And they spend of what we have given them. And in addition to this, they believe in what was revealed to you, O Messenger of Allah. And they believe in what was revealed before you. And here comes the closer. وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. And they believe in the hereafter. They're very certain of the hereafter. They're extremely certain of the hereafter. These are the ones who have the correct guidance, and they are the ones who are successful. Brothers and sisters, all this about being certain about Allah and being confident that whatever Allah has told us is the truth and trusting in Allah, in Islam we call this Yaqeen. In Islam we call this Yaqeen. And because of this Yaqeen, brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps us to become closer to Him. You see, brothers and sisters, one time Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, look, the best thing that you can have in this world is yaqeen. One time he said, Ya ayyuhan nas, inna nas lam yu'taw fi dunya khayran min al-yaqeen wal mu'afat, fasaluhum Allah azza wa jal. Which means that, O people, listen, Allah has not given anything to us in this world better than yaqeen and well-being. So whenever you make dua, ask Allah for these two things, Allah Azza wa Jal. So meaning that ask Allah to help you to become more confident in Allah, to trust in Allah, to be certain that whatever Allah has told us is the truth. And that's it. So, brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to make this dua all the time. Allahumma qsim lana min khashyatika ma tahulu bihi baynana wa bayna ma'asik. Oh Allah, give us a part of the sense of fear in our lives, in our hearts, so it'll help us to separate from disobeying you, from sins. وَمِن طَاعَتِكَ مَا تُبَلِّغُنَا بِهِ جَنَّتَكَ. And grant us a part of being obedient to you, so it'll help us to get to paradise. وَمِنَ الْيَقِينِ مَا تُهَوِّنُ بِهِ عَلَيْنَا مَصَائِبَ الدُّنْيَا. And grant us yaqeen, so it'll help us to reduce and diminish the various trials and troubles that we face in our world. Brothers and sisters, we hope to talk to you more about this important topic of yaqeen. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you with yaqeen, so that you'll be more certain of your commitment to Allah, and you'll be more devoted to Allah, and you'll be ready to do whatever Allah asks you for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brothers and sisters, thank you again for listening, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all with a sense of yaqeen in our hearts, in our lives. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.